Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video, I want to introduce you to a leveling method that, quite frankly, I don't think I could have predicted was going to happen. Now, at the start of the expansion, leveling methods are normally pretty sparse. Most people will level a job through the MSQ, maybe two if you're doing side quests, you're doing roulettes daily, and you're just kind of playing at a casual pace. Other than that, though, most people end up just spamming dungeons, either by solo queuing in, or going with trust, or with a group of friends, or they'll go out and they'll do fates, and maybe they'll catch like daily hunts here and again. Again, just do their daily roulettes, maybe some PvP, which is a great leveling method if you didn't know. However, in Dawntrail, another method is being utilized, at least for the first several levels, usually between 90 and, as far as you'll really want to go, 97 seems to be the consensus. And that is actually the Myths of the Realm 24-man raid series from Endwalker. Now, Alliance raids giving experience points is not something that's new. However, the amount of experience that the 24-man raids give from the previous expansion, while also being really easy and really quick, has kind of combined into this method that is making that a really solid leveling method, especially for DPS players, and I'll explain why in a second. So first of all, what do you need to do this leveling method? Well, if you're on Dawntrail, then you've already finished Endwalker's MSQ, that's just kind of a given, but then you need to go actually unlock the 24-man raid series for Endwalker itself. Realistically, you just need the first 24-man, as that seems to be the most popular one, but hey, it's content in the game. You might as well do the entire 24-man raid series, and all of the raids are good for leveling. It's just that the first one happens to be the fastest. Once you have Aglaya unlocked, just queue in and go. That's literally all you need to do. Now, if you're wondering about how much EXP we're talking here, if you have no Reset XP, no EXP earring, no food, no FC buff, none of that, you're talking about 6 million experience a run. Now, 90 to 91 is 13 million, so that itself is not that impressive. However, because you can stack a lot of EXP bonuses, you can get it all the way up to about 11 million, actually a little bit more. And that's almost a full level from 90 to 91 in 20-ish minutes of time. So what bonuses are you going to be looking for? Well, having spare Reset experience is definitely going to be the biggest one. The amount of EXP you get from each of the individual boss kills being multiplied by your Reset XP is, of course, going to provide you a massive bonus. But of course, there's the other bonuses you expect as well. You have your food buff, where 3% or 4% if you have stuff from like the recent Twitch campaign or Mountain Dew campaign or whatever. You also have your free company or squadron buffs. The free company buffs, most of you probably have Heat of Battle 2 at most, which is 10%, but there is Heat of Battle 3 for FCs that have it. And if you're a Grand Company squadron enjoyer, you can also get the equivalent of a Heat of Battle 3 that lasts for about 2 hours. So that's another 15% on top of it. But there's one thing that we've known works for stuff like this that's never really been talked about or utilized because it's never had like a widespread usage, and that's the pre-order earring from Dawntrail. A feature of EXP boosting items that isn't utilized very often is that they work when you are synced to within the level range that is listed. For example, let's say that you end up doing Tasha and you're normally level like 92, but you're down to Tasha and you're level like 17, right? If you were to wear the brand new ring, which works on level 30 and below, you would get bonus experience from just the monster kills, not from like a roulette bonus or anything. But what that means is, with Aglaya, Thalia, and Euphrosyne all giving you EXP from the bosses, wearing the Azima's earring allows you to get that extra 30% bonus. And also, if you didn't know, the Azima's earring and the previous pre-order earrings, they all work at the level listed. So it says level 90 and below on the earring. So it works from 90 to 91, and you're synced to level 90 for those 24-man. So it just offers that additional bonus. Kind of sucks if you didn't pre-order Dawntrail and you're listening to this. It's 30% EXP you're missing, but really the rest it is providing the majority of it. This is just another really good chunk on top of that. I mean, we're talking probably like 1.5 to 1.8 million EXP per run just from having that earring equipped. So it's pretty serious. And that's it. Just run Aglaya over and over. You can run the other two if you want, but like Aglaya is by far the fastest one. Now, earlier I mentioned why this was particularly good for DPS, and that is because of the party makeup for 24-man raids. The party makeup is 15 DPS, 6 healers, and 3 tanks. So DPS have historically had better queues for 24-mans than the other roles. Healer, normally the best. There's like just enough healer spots where the healers can get into the queues quickly and there's not as many of them. DPS second. Tanks, not so great. With only 3 tank slots available, they usually have the worst queues for this kind of thing, but in exchange, they usually have some of the best queues for the more traditional method of going through dungeons. So, you know, you just kind of win and lose. DPS the worst at dungeon queues, tanks the best, and then flip-flop that here. But it just means that DPS players have a, I'll say, more reliable queuing option that isn't just doing the dungeons, which they may be waiting 10, 15 minutes for. And if you do happen to get a queue, go out into the world, do daily hunts, do fates. You can really optimize the time and have a bunch of options available to you now. And you don't have to go and spam Aglaya. You could do one a day like you would with a roulette, and you could do it on top of roulettes. Maybe you get lucky and you get it in your Alliance roulette, and then you get the EXP on top. Oh, man, that's the dream right there. But I figured a quick video just going over this for all of you, just letting you know what the result was. It's making the rounds. I'm sure some of you have already heard about it, but if you haven't, definitely give it a shot. We're kind of hoping this is something that's intended and not something that'll be fixed later, fingers crossed. But, you know, get on it now while it works, as far as I'm concerned, you know, just in case. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to let you know about that in this video, so thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for all guides, news, information, Dawntrail. Just if you like 14, subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.